wanted to share with you my morning fail. So I came out this morning to fill up the horse's water, and then 2 hours later I came back and found it like this because I forgot that it was running, and you can see it ended up filling up quite a bit of the pasture. And I came back out and the water bucket was no fuller. So the biggest fail was that I left it running, and then the second big fail was that it wasn't even in the bucket. So I've just basically stood out here and watched it because I needed to get it filled up. So that was my morning fail. Happy farm day, everybody. So you can see I'm bundled up again. It's 46 degrees, but this wind makes it feel like about 35. We are going to be working on the fence today, so I'm going to show you a little bit of what we've been working on, trying to put a fence up so we can keep the dogs in, and then hopefully that'll lead to our goal is alpacas. So someday, real quick, I'm going to show you, we've got the peacocks are out and about. They're going to run from me as soon as I come close. Tractor filled up with diesel. We were almost out of gas, didn't want to let it run out, so we've got it gassed up, and we're gonna go pull some we've got to stretch the no climb. This fencing is called No Climb, and it's ridiculously heavy. So we're really lucky to have the tractor now. Before we were doing all of this by hand. So we've got the auger on the back of the tractor, and we had been digging quite a few post holes by hand. Now we can do a post hole in less than, I would even say less than a minute, but really a couple of minutes and we've got a post hole. We recently finished out the stalls in the barn, and we had dug all of those post holes by hand, which was the one thing that took the longest. You could cut all the wood and screw everything into place pretty quickly, but the post hole digging was quite miserable. We've hit mud, sand, lots of clay, lots of different colors of clay, so this fence is going much faster now that we've got the tractor. So we've got, this is our property line here. We're going to put a gate right here so that we can allow utility access to these power lines that are at the back. You can see all the way out there that are at the back of our property. So we're going to put a gate in here, but we're really looking forward to getting this corner here fenced in because the dogs love to come down this way and then go over to the neighbor's property because there's lots of good things to smell and eat and look at over there. So we've got, you can see we've got this, we're doing steel poles every 40 feet with the no climb, and then T-posts. So we'll do 3 T-posts every 10 feet. And then we've got a steel post on the 40th foot marker. You can see we've gone all the way down and around. I'll show you some more of that later, but today we're working on stretching this no climb. So it's pretty heavy material. You've got to get it standing up and in place, and then we'll use the tractor to stretch it tight. So we've got this as standing up, but you can see it's not tight yet. It's not tied down. So we'll pull, you have a little tool at the end. You put on the no climb and you stretch it with the tractor, and then Jula and I will come back through and tie it all off, and then you release it and it's stretched in place. So that's our goal for today. It's taken us all week to put in all these steel poles and T-posts. But we're excited to have a fence finally. Okay, so we are attaching the no climb to the pole. One thing we learned from the first time we did this was to leave a long thread at the beginning, then you can use the no-climb wire to wrap around the pole. This is gonna look like professionals did it versus our first go was a little bit, you know, figure it out as we go. And this is, so you've got this long wire here you can wrap around. We actually are getting 2 wraps. You probably don't need to do 2 wraps. This wire is so strong. And then this is going onto a steel pole that's in the cement. And we hadn't been doing this much cement all the way to the top, but this area is a high washout area, so we ended up doing cement all the way to the top for this one. You can see you bend it through here with the wire, that'll hold, and then we'll set up some tension on the other end of this line, and we'll stretch this wire tight. About somebody poking their eye. Alright, so we've gotten the no climb up on this end, this corner by the road, but unfortunately because the dirt is still so wet from all the recent rains, we're not going to be able to stretch the no climb today, so we'll have to wait until it dries out some more. But we've actually been able to get the no climb at least up, so that'll keep the dogs in for now, but we will have to come back and stretch this when the dirt is firmer. We've got, this is where our gate is going to go. We've got a 12-foot gate, and so this is the other side of the gate. We've got the no climb almost fully secure. We're going to go down to the other end and start stretching. So this tool here was a nifty purchase. This is going to be our first time using it. When we stretched the no climb before, we actually just used some wood that we had left over, and we put screwed the 2 pieces of wood together with the no climb inside it, and then we used a ratchet strap system to tighten by hand. So this will be a nice time for us to be able to just put it on using this tool. We'll strap it onto the tractor and we'll get tension, and then Jula and I can run through. As Rob puts tension on the line, we'll run through and we'll actually tie it up to all the posts and the poles. So let's see how this goes. So we've got everything hooked up. It took us quite a bit to get that set up, but we've got it and we've actually stretched it. So you can see how nice this looks with tension. Rob and Jula are going through and putting on the wires. Rob's doing top wire, and then Jula's doing bottom and middle. So it's looking really good. I am using my body weight to hold up this wire while they tie the line, because it is very, very heavy. It's pretty heavy. We've decided that this fence will keep dogs in and it'll keep 1 or 2 zombies out, but it will probably not keep a herd of zombies out. But that's good enough for us. We'll keep you up to date as we keep moving through. This is only our first roll of no climb. We probably have like 10 more rolls to do. Each roll is about 200 feet, and I have no idea. Our original plot that we bought, 2 sides were 1,000 feet, and then we bought the second plot of land, which was 6 more acres. So I think we've got about 2,000 probably linear feet. Plus we are hoping to go back through on the highway side that's just over here and put up some no climb as well, since we've got some frisky dogs who like to run in traffic. So it's an expensive endeavor, but also a heavy lifting endeavor. Happy Sunday, everybody. We're out working on the fence. We are in the process of putting up a perimeter fence around the 11 acres here that we have. You can see behind me, that's actually the neighbor's house. And this is the fence that we've got in process. So we're going to show you a few things about what we've learned putting up a fence. We've done this once before on a small pasture for the horses, and we've learned quite a few things. And we've also got a tractor now, whereas we used to do all of this by hand. So it's going a lot faster, but it's still 11 acres, so we've got a lot to go.